Everyone, I thought, so it's Saturday, almost evening, and it started to rain. Remember when in the beginning when I first started traveling, if you've been following me since I started this journey, that when I was driving to Phoenix and I had just gotten on the road, very brand new to this, and every night I would, make a video. I'd usually sit back here in my bed and make a video. I got Chuck with me, and I thought it's been a really good day, and the last couple days driving the back roads now, it's really more enjoyable, and I don't know, I'm just feeling really good. And so I kind of wanted to go back and reflect on my journey for the last 9 weeks. So I left November 7th, and what is it, January 15th? And it's so crazy to me that it's only been 9 weeks, because it feels like now like this is my new normal, and that it's been this way for a long time. And even a lot of you in the comments say to me, "Oh, you're getting better at this, Tracey," and and you just seem like you're more relaxed, or feeling better and doing better. And that's what I want to talk about, is that I've talked about it before. When you start something, like you start a new job, and it's hard, and this has happened to me so many times, where you think to yourself, I am never gonna get it. They're gonna think I'm a fraud. They're gonna fire me because I am just never gonna get this. And then, like, I don't know, 4 weeks later, you're like, you could do it without even thinking about it. And I'm sure that's happened to so many of us. That was a guy on a bike, and it looks like somebody I could give a fanny pack to. A waist pack. Okay, a waist pack. Sorry, I just want to keep an eye on him, because if he hangs out, he rode that way towards the opening of Walmart, that if I can catch him on the way back, I'll see if I could give him one. Anyway, I talked about this before, about how, about a job, or, something, whenever you start new and you think I can never get this, like knitting or playing the guitar, or everything seems so hard to begin with because you're new and you don't know anything. And then as you go, you start to learn more. And, when you do something repetitive, like at work or playing the guitar, when you play the chords more and more and more, or if you're, doing a task at work and it's brand new and then you do it more and more, it just becomes natural. Like you start to get it and you get more confidence in that. And that's exactly how I feel that this has happened for me. And in 9 weeks, I don't, like I said, other people have said it, so I'm assuming they can see it if you follow me from the very beginning. But in the very beginning, I would be back here, talking about how I was feeling, and then I cried. There's that time in El Paso, and I want to I dressed this on a live that I did, but I know not everybody watches those. But, because and it was women, reached out to me and said, "See, this is why I don't want to go out on the road by myself, because I don't want to be lonely and, running into things like that." When I was in El Paso, if you saw that video, that was the first time too that someone had passed me on the shoulder in the right lane and went past me. And then the next day was when that guy passed me going 100 and almost hit me. But when I was in El Paso, there was just like this overwhelming feeling. First of all, El Paso for me was very disorienting. And so when you're new to the road, when you get somewhere, when you drive somewhere, again, like you're doing it repetitively, when you're at home, a lot of times, like where you've driven somewhere, like to work, and you're so in your thoughts that you can't even remember driving to work, because that's how well you know it. Like you just drive there without even thinking about it. Well, when you're new to any area, which me being in the van and traveling cross country, by myself, everything's new to me. So I have to listen to the GPS telling me where to go. And, sometimes it doesn't take you exactly where you want to go. And then, trying to make sure you're following all the traffic laws and everything. And then trying to look for what you're trying to find. And that day I just had a very overwhelming day because I needed to get my prescription. So I had to find a Walgreens, and then I had to find a place to park, and it was getting late. And then, I don't know if you remember, it said Cracker Barrel was like 9 miles away, and I didn't want to stay at that Walmart. So I'm like, 9 miles wasn't even, it was like 8.5. And I'm like, yeah, I can drive there. And it took me over that mountain. And I will tell you too, again, repetition. And it's funny that I said I was looking for a cognitive behavioral therapist, and people have said it, and now I know I'm actually doing it. Cognitive behavioral therapy is, facing the fears, putting yourself in the situation and doing it, and then you get comfortable with it. I passed over a bridge today. I passed over a couple bridges, and I can tell you now, it's not like I don't feel that fear that I felt before, where like I want to just turn around and, I have to pump myself to go over it. It's like, okay, Tracy, you got this. You've done it before. Just go slow. And I do it. And every time I do it, I get that much more confidence in knowing I can do it. And it's not as scary. And so going back to El Paso, when I was in that parking lot, it was just one of those days I was really tired. I was tired of driving, and I, started crying that night and said, or I think I said it was lonely and I didn't want to do it alone, and I didn't have people to share it with or someone to share it with. And now that I'm 9 weeks in, I want to tell you that this journey, being alone, I wouldn't take it back for anything. Nothing. I want to be alone. And now looking back, I have grown exponentially more in 9 weeks than I probably have in my 56 years. That the confidence that I've gained from doing this has outweighed anything. And I am so grateful that I took the chance to do this. And a lot of you write me and say, oh, I want to do this, or I want to do this, but I'm too scared, or I'm a single woman too, and it's scary for me. Again, I just reiterate also, I'll tell you, I didn't put it in the vlog I was going to for Monday, but yesterday, or was it today? I think it was today. I get everything mixed up because I'm in so many different places. But I wanted to get my tires checked because I haven't had them checked since I've been driving, and I know I should have. But I finally found a tire place. I was in this small town, and I'm like, I'm just going to pull in. So I went inside, and there was a lady sitting behind the desk, and it was just specifically for tires. And I said to her, listen, I'm from Minnesota. I've been traveling cross country, and I just want to get my tires checked. I said, can I pay you, to have somebody just check my tires for me? And she was like, you don't have to pay us. She goes, just pull around to the back there in the bay and tell the guys you just want your tire checked. And I'm like, really? I'm like, because I always feel, I don't know if it's not self-conscious, but, I want to pay someone for their time. But then that goes back to, if you saw that video that I have about the circle of giving, that when you want to give somebody something and they're like, oh, no, then it makes them feel good. So then you're denying them that good feeling because they're doing something nice. And so, I was like, okay, I'm just going to accept this with grace. That's just kind of like when people want to, help me now, I'm just accepting it with grace, or trying to. And so I pulled around, and there were guys back there, and they were so nice, just young guys, and they helped me out. And they're like, oh, you're welcome. Oh my gosh. So And, you know, my story, again, if you've been following me with Bruce, I never would have met Bruce. And I don't think I would have met him because I know we wouldn't have talked as in depth if I had someone else with me. And the woman I met in Arizona, and even William, and all these things that I've experienced, on top of that, the confidence that I've gained from this, that I think you can see how much I've grown from that. And it's nothing that now can be taken away from me. And even with, you know, people saying stuff to me on social media, and what's interesting is I haven't really gotten any of those comments recently. So, and even if I do, now I know enough. It was stressful when I first left because, like I said, this was all new to me 9 weeks ago. And now everything that I've been doing has become things I know I can handle. You know, finding a spot to stay. I know what to do to look. You know, trying to find, you know, anything like a place to dump, a place to stay, you know, just anything I am looking for, I know a way to find it now. And all you have helped me too. If I, you know, put something out there, I have had so many people help me with, you know, like with getting the new battery and, you know, just all the help that I've gotten. And on top of just gaining confidence in myself, having you guys follow me and give me such kind words and words of support, that has kept me going. And that, like how I wanted to give back, because I feel like even taking this chance, I have gained more than I ever would have ever expected in a million years. And, you know, now getting like businesses who reach out to me to have me review their products. I had someone that I'm very excited about reach out to me, and I hope this goes through. They haven't written me back yet. It had gone to my spam folder. So I just responded to them. So we'll see if they respond next week. But I would do a happy dance. So all that, and that's all just like the extra stuff on top of what I've gained like internally for myself, that I found this confidence that I thought I was strong before. I thought raising a kid by yourself, you know, and helping to take care of your family and doing all that, you know, I thought I was pretty strong. But I don't think I ever realized that, you know, no matter what comes my way, that there's always a reason. You know, the title of when I met Bruce, of the title of that video I named it was "In the End, There's Always a Reason." And that's going to be my mantra from now on, because whatever happens here, it's all taught me a lesson. Anything that I've run into along the way, like whether, you know, you'd label it good or bad, it's all taught me that I can do this. I can do anything I put my mind to, and you can do anything you put your mind to. And so going back to that El Paso video, I don't want to scare anybody off to this, because like I said, if you follow me from the beginning till now, if you've seen how much I've grown, like in the beginning, you know, I cried when Frank gave me, you know, a coffee, and I think I was only like 2 days in. You know, I had been sitting in my house thinking that, you know, things were scary out in the world, and, you know, I couldn't believe, I was so overwhelmed that people were so nice. And now, honestly, not that I expect them to be nice, but I haven't run into anybody bad. And again, I know there's bad people out there. Don't get me wrong. I have an intuition. You know, I know when I'm in like a place I don't feel comfortable in. But it keeps layering on top of each other. People are nice and then they're nicer. Do you know what I mean? And last night, the story will be in my vlog on Monday, so I won't tell you the whole thing, but I got a free stay at a campground. And like I said, that story will be in there. Not expected, not just somebody being nice. And so that's what I said. And I think, again, it goes back to that circle I was talking about in that video, that it does, what you put out there truly does come back to you. And then the more people are nice to me, the more I want to give back. And so I keep thinking of things to do to give back. And I'll tell you, it's going to be in Monday's video too. But so I'm in a Walmart parking lot, and I just wanted to get some steps in, and it's a big parking lot. So I started walking around. Well, I noticed how many people don't put their carts back. I mean, really. So I had my earphones in, and I was listening to worship music, and maybe that's why I felt like being a little nicer. But I started like just taking the carts and putting them away, because I figured as long as I'm walking and getting my steps in, I might as well be useful and helpful. And then I thought, you know what? Because I want to get back to Walmart because they're letting me stay here for free. And I'm only telling you because, you know, it's an idea I never thought of, that if you're traveling, that maybe you want to do something like that. So I walked around the parking lot listening to my headphones and my music, putting the carts away. And there was a kid working doing it too, but there's so many. This is a big Walmart. It's a nice one. And so that's what I did. And I felt like, oh, that's a small way to give back to them, and it helps me get my exercise in. So I just wanted to reiterate that's in my growing stage. Anytime you don't know something and you're going through something, you know, hard, that's because it's change, that you grow your way into it. And I feel like that's what I've done. Even the driving now, you know, I found the back roads, and it's so much more relaxing. It's more beautiful. It just is a good pace for me to find. So I just want you to know that you can do this. You can do it by yourself, especially if you're a single woman and you're scared. You know, you can reach out to me and ask me questions. I would love for people, because I want to do a Q&A, but I didn't get enough questions before. So if you have like questions you want me to answer in a Q&A, can you put like Q&A and then the question below, so then I know I can keep a running track. And then at some point I will get enough so I can do a video and just have a, you know, question and answer video. Because I want to answer people's questions. And, you know, I try and keep up with responding to people. But when I was with Robin and them, and we were spending time at night and everything like that, it was hard for me to get back to people. And so, because I'm so appreciative of everyone. And again, all the nice comments. And I just want to make sure I'm still keeping in touch with people. So that's a good way to do it. It's to leave me a comment, then I can keep track of them, and then I can do a Q&A. And I never put anything out either. I really want to thank everyone, you know, in the short amount of time that, you know, I have over 10,000 subscribers now, and that's in less than 9 weeks. And so I just want to thank you for coming along this journey with me and being part of this and supporting me. You're also lovely, and you're so happy for me. Like, a lot of you are like, oh, it's so great to see that you have businesses reaching out to have you review things, and that's so great. And even my mom, you know, I just talked to her. Well, I talk to her almost every day, but she had said, you know, how fun it is for her to see this happening, and she's happy for me, and I get to see her I don't know, in about 3 weeks now. But the thing that you have to do, though, is take the chance, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be van life, but if you're on the fence about something, and you know, with van life too, when I did all this, I was ready to move out of my house because my daughter had moved away to go to college. And so I thought, now's the time to do it. And if I don't like it, or if things don't work out, then I go back home, no harm, no foul. I could sell the van, get what I paid for, if not even more, and then just go back to my normal life. So if you're in a situation that you really want to do something, I would implore you to at least try. And know that it's not a failure if like things don't work out the way you thought they would or wanted them to, because then you will never wonder, like, what if I would have tried that? Because what if I wouldn't have done this? I wouldn't have had all these amazing things that are happening to me happen to me. And all you are part of that. And so again, I wanted to get on here too to thank you guys for just supporting me, for being part of it and just supporting me. Because I don't think I would have gained the confidence as soon as I had if I didn't have you all cheering me on, because you make me want to be better too and do better. And I don't feel inspirational. A lot of you say that, like, oh, you inspire me, whatever. When you're living your life and you're living the day-to-day stuff, I don't feel inspirational. But if that's what it's doing for people to like get out and do stuff, then I'm grateful that that's helping you. So like I said, I would share my life any day if that's what it'll do for people. But I just wanted to get on here because I haven't done one of these talks in a while where I'm just sitting in the back and it's Saturday. It was a good day. I just I left that campsite and I only drove like 60 or 70 miles. I have time now. I know somebody said, a couple of people like, oh, you should stop and smell the roses. And, I'm early to everything early. I don't know if I told you the story, but one time we were meeting for dinner and I was literally 1 minute late. It was 6:31 and my mom called me and she's like, Tracey, where are you? And I'm like, I just pulled in the parking lot. And I said, Mom, it's 6:31. And she goes, I know, but you're always on time or early. I'm always early. And so because I like to not have to be rushed, so that'll be nice. I'm going to get to Jacksonville early and then, find places to stay and do that. But so it's been really nice not having to push myself. So like I say, I only drove 60 or 70 miles today. And then I found the Walmart pretty early. And then you know what? It felt like a Saturday. And I laid and watched, I don't know if I want to admit this. Have any of you ever watched Snapped? I don't know how I went down that hole. I don't know. I saw an episode pop up on YouTube. And then I started watching it. Jessie and I used to watch it. She used to tease me all the time. And we'd go hooked on Snap. And it's about women who kill their husbands. So there you go. So that's what I was watching. And then I got up and I started walking around the parking lot. That's when I did that. And now it's raining. And so I think I'm going to hunker in for the night and just relax. But I just feel so happy, joyful, confident, supported. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because I know when I first started, these talks were a little different. And at some point, I want to go back and watch those myself to see like where I started from leaving that driveway to where I've come. And it's only been 9 weeks to where I go from here. And it's all because of you guys with your help supporting me, writing me kind comments, telling me to keep going and all that. So that's what I wanted to sit down and talk about. So I'm going to upload this now. And so, yeah, you have an extra. I think I might even be making more videos because I'll have more downtime once I get to Jacksonville, because I'll just be, I have my pre-op on Friday and then I have my surgery and then I can't drive for like a week or so. So there'll be a lot of downtime. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got to say. So I hope if you're on the fence, again, just to reiterate, if you really want to do something, just give it a try. Just one baby step even towards it. And then just keep moving. And I promise you, you will never regret it. And if it's van life, I swear to you, like I said, you can always go back to what you were doing before. You know, you can always sell the van, pay it off, do whatever you gotta do if you don't like it. But there's nothing, like I said, in my 56 years has done more for me than these past 9 weeks, personally, of growth. So you'll never regret it. And don't worry about being alone. Ooh, you're cool. Don't worry about being alone. Honestly, like I said, now looking back, I wouldn't have traded being alone for anything. I am so happy I've done this by myself. I wouldn't have grown as much. And you know what to do. You get out there and you go make an adventure, okay? No matter how big or how small. Someone just wrote me that I think back in Minnesota they're getting dumped on lots of snow, and she said what a great time for an adventure. That's right, just adventure out in the snow, go for a walk. You know, anything is an adventure other than just, you know, sitting in on your couch, because I was doing that for a long time, and you won't regret it, okay? And don't you dare forget that you're magic. Okay. We clear? We clear? You got it? You got it? Okay. All right. I'm going to let you go. And I'll see you in the video on Monday.